we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Dalvin Cook, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain.
There, he was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the ground, it's Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Dalvin Cook.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Stafford. And he's got a man. It's the former Titan, Jared Cook. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he's got room. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 67 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now Tua. This will be caught at about the 6. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Dillon. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is good. Our score, 7-0, Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7, Broncos 0. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return will stop right around the 25. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
28-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. Complete. Jefferson to target. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. The Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's first and goal. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
2 and now, third and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And this one is right through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 26, check 26.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Titans.
Let's go. We got to step it up. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Switch up, switch up. Hey, check. Move.
Tua going to throw. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. On second down, Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, Cook. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked by the rookie Michael O.J. Mudia. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos taking the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy.
13-all. Matt Prater set to kick off.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got set back on.
Tua to try again on second down. To Jefferson on the slant. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Third down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Tua. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. This is Shenault on the receiving end. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 14.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Tua to throw again. Flushed out right. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Lining up for the point.
So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on #4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
So that'll back them up 5. They're going to look to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First down, Titans.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Flush to his right, and his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Titans first down.
They'll run this with Akers. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David. So still 14 yards to go, second down. Now Tua. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Number 88.
Evan Ingram, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Titans 27, Broncos 13. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brings up second.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Check, blue 60. 42 the mic. 32. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 42, Mike 42.
On second down now. It's Cook, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 5.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hurry!
Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Tua sets up to pass it. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a third and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't...
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown,
Cam Akers with his first career touchdown in his first career game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Turning into a really good performance on the road. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Big extra point. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Being chased out left. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And that will be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. On 1st down, Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Going right back to Akers. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We're on 15 yards as the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42.
Stafford setting up the screen for Cook. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on second down. Stafford, pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
20-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. That'll be complete to Cook. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, it's Cook. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
4th and goal.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. 2 and now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Broncos Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Matt Prater lining up for
this game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Stafford on 1st down. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Now you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Stafford. Pass caught by Jerry Jeudy, his first NFL catch. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Connection made with Chenault.
Get off the field.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Titans going to use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a toss running left, Akers. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason.